Hi, I'm Carol Allen, relationship coach and Vedic astrologer. And today I want to share with you something so important that I see sensitive women, what I call soulfully sensitive women, struggle with again and again and again. And it's the idea that your feelings are the most important thing. Now, here's the problem with feelings. Feelings are always changing. Feelings are like curly Q ribbons, right? They're just like feelings are always changing. Feelings are changing moment to moment. And feelings, if you're sensitive, are very dependent on what's going on around you, what's happening in your environment, what's happening with other people. If you're highly sensitive, you're very empathetic, you're kind of spongy, and you take on the feelings of other people. So it's very tricky if you are operating from the idea that your feelings are the most important thing and that they should be informing and deciding all of your decisions. So the reason this is tricky is because they change so much, because they're so influenced by circumstance and environment and other people. So really, what are your real feelings, right? And how do you know they're yours? And when you're soulfully sensitive, sometimes your feelings can really override your intuition and what's best for you, right? Your feelings might say to you, for example, when you first meet someone, like, oh my gosh, I feel a connection and I feel chemistry, and therefore that means I'm supposed to be with this person, right? This is one of the number one things I see sensitive women struggle with. But yet they often will skip steps. So without having really gotten to know a guy or gotten to build trust or had a guy earn their trust, they just go straight to, I feel a connection. I feel something special. Therefore, that means we're supposed to be together, or we're supposed to have something happen, when really all it means is you're having feelings. Now, I'm not here to say your feelings aren't valid and your feelings aren't real. Absolutely, your feelings are real. It's just that we want to bring in some street smarts and some life experience and some inner wisdom to go with the feelings. When all of those things say it's go time, then it's go time. Yeah. And then also, watch out for when your feelings tell you you should break up with someone as well. Because if you're really sensitive, you might too easily want to break up with someone because you're uncomfortable, or you're picking up their bad feelings or their bad mood, or you're just having an off day, or. So when you're sensitive, you really want to take your time getting into relationships, and you want to take your time getting out of relationships. Now, speaking of, one last thing about feelings. In my experience, soulfully sensitive women hire me all the time to coach them. And what has often happened is they'll start off with all this excitement and all this enthusiasm, and they'll pay me up front, and we'll set up some appointments, and they'll show up, and they'll, tell me what's going on, and we'll come up with a strategy, and we'll come up with a plan, and they'll be completely agreeable, and they'll be all in, and then they don't do anything. Okay. So maybe we decided they were going to join meetups, or they were going to get photos done, and we wrote a profile, and they were going to date online, or they were going to, tell all their friends to set them up, or. And so often they just stop taking action. And I got so confused by this in the beginning, because I thought, wow, they're going to all this trouble to hire me and to, say they're ready and say they've been preparing and planning, and that this is the most important thing to them, and yet they have very little follow through. What the heck? What is that, right? Well, it turns out I used to think that it meant they didn't actually really want the thing they said they wanted, that they didn't really want a relationship, or they didn't really want, to meet someone, that it wasn't the most important thing. But then as I started doing this longer and started talking to women more deeply, I realized, no, it's actually because it means so much and because it's so important and because the stakes are so high that they're not taking action. It's too much pressure. It's too scary. So if you have found that you're single a lot longer than you expected, or that years have gone by between relationships, or maybe you've hired someone, or you've spent a bunch of money on books and programs and spent a lot of time watching YouTube videos, and yet you're not taking action, ask yourself, are you waiting to feel like it, right? Are you waiting to feel great while you're doing it? Because odds are this is something you really want, and this is something really dear to your heart, and this is something you've been very disappointed about in the past. And so it's that pressure and that fear of past hurt happening in the future, right, that is keeping you from doing it. So really, it's just back to your feelings. So instead of making your feelings determine your behaviors, choices, actions, you want to make your commitments determine those things. You want to make your dreams bigger than your feelings, and you want to commit to those dreams, and you want to go for it anyway. And that is my wish for you. If this has rung any bells, struck any nerves, watch more videos. Let me know if it was helpful. Comment below, subscribe, and you can always get the Soulfully Sensitive Woman in Love course that I created for Flourish, and it will help you with all of this so much more. Because you, if you are soulfully sensitive, have the most love to give, make the best partners, and really truly deserve to have those beautiful feelings of yours fulfilled. You just might have to be a little uncomfortable along the way. So you can do it. So check it out, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.